to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Straight ahead, Gibson. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's the veteran Justin Houston who got in there to make the stop.
Let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Heineke. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon. Joey Sly on for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Joey Sly on for the extra point. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. Finding room at midfield. Look at the big man rumble. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jamin Davis. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Partner, was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
They go play action with Jackson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the 1st down. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Now Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And hindsight 2020, I think they probably should have gone for the field goal, right?
The 3 points would look really good right now, but I think what we just saw there, analytics really starting to creep into the game, because more and more teams are saying the more you go for it, the better your odds of getting it, the better your odds of scoring 6 points instead of 3. They took a chance there. It just didn't pay off.
Yeah, right here, the anti-analytics guys go thumbs up. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On third down, Heineke. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
Fourth down, Heineke. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. To throw is Jackson. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go. Heineke's throw complete to Dotson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Heineke on first down. Steps away to his left. This one left side caught by Gibson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
A first down throw for Heineke. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And they'll throw again, Heineke. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays, because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Adafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front
won their play really quickly, meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Heineke now from the 50. Coming across the field, he finds Dotson. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Heineke. And he fires one that's intercepted. Past the 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll...
Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 77 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 13. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Heineke. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6. To throw is Heineke. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half with the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Heineke now. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there. with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Set at the line for this next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Eluding the pressure right. Leaping, and he makes the grab.
Finding room at midfield. Still going. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Jackson from the shotgun. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down. From the gun, it's Jackson.
Oh, he brings it in off the deflection.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And now 1 yard to go on third down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
They'll try to pound it in with Ricard.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because in the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
But Washington looked to get this one back, and indeed they did. They will still have possession. Final play of the half here. Heineke slings this deep from McLaurin. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Gibson here running out of the gun.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Throwing, Heineke. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side.
He's got him in. Complete. 30. 10. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Commanders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
And that flag accepted. Sly on for the extra point.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Being chased out left. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Play action. Now Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throwing is Jackson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield, because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Montez Sweat. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Heineke now looking to throw on 1st down.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Throwing on 2nd and long.
Heineke slings this deep from McLaurin.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, actually, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 47 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He'll buy some time right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 41. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Heineke. Goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now after the sack, Heineke and the Washington offense going to face a tough 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Now Heineke on 4th down. Complete, it's Dotson. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, Charles, I guess the only thing I can think there is they've got a 3-score lead, and they're saying, well, we're not going to lose this, so let's have some fun. I don't know why you go for it.
I think that's as good an explanation as any, and we all know that certain coaches are more aggressive than others. That call to me, the fantasy people love it.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Dancing to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Flush to his right. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but doesn't matter.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Commanders will take over here just shy of the 30.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for them. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for them here.
This pass hauled in by Dotson. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Heineke. Steps away to his left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he's got room. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. On 1st down, right back to Gibson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Gibson again. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
16 yards to the 16 and a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Mike, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Adafe Owe in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 2nd and long. Heineke. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Now Heineke. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. The baseball folks, Charles, they like to talk about the 3 true outcomes, a strikeout, a walk, or a home run. But for this quarterback, it's been the 2 true outcomes here. He's got 4 touchdown passes, but now a 3rd interception.
And it pains you to think that you have to try and tell him to rein it in. But at the same time, you can't just chuck it up there and hope for the best. And old school football coaches will tell you there's 3 true outcomes throwing the ball, and 2 of them are bad.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson being chased out left. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the 1st. Forced out to his left. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson dancing to his left. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And the Commanders are going to get the football.
Nah, they're quick. Looks like 2 seconds left anyway. You got time to go? You know, damn. dude, mailman. And I was at the, and then, let's see. Yeah. Let's see. My glasses come up over here. Look at this. I tripped. I have a wall piled down. Like this wall right here. Red eye. And this is the railroad. That was 2 o'clock. Swear to God, guys, we got. I bad. Well, I told him that I was 11. We don't come over and play, man. I play a lot. I'm not really come over this too. I would be cooked a couple of times. Key first started. Yeah, they play big kick.